So it has been a minute since we have gotten a release for a Travis Scott Nike shoe, and we are actually back to that point now. Of course, y'all know everything that happened to Shroud and the unfortunate events and the tragedies that happened with that one, with that event. Y'all know was just crazy in itself. Of course, with that happening, stuff got pushed back, and we got to a point where we didn't know when another Travis Scott will be releasing. But we are back at that point where we are getting Travis Scott shoes again. And as y'all know, we did get 5 different Travis Scott shoes that dropped a couple weeks ago. 3 being Air Max 1s and then 2 being Air Trainer 1s. And I've been working and trying to get y'all reviews on these shoes. Y'all know I did the Baroque Brown review a while ago of last year when they did drop in Houston. But I've been working on getting the other 4 pairs. So if you watched my video from Hypebeast Fest that I went to the other day, y'all know I slept on a pair of Air Max 1 Saturn Golds in my size for a great price. I don't know what I was doing. I will link the video above if you want to go see the L that I took missing out on that deal. So still working on getting the Air Max 1s. The wheat colorway is, I looked at the price yesterday, and the ticket for it right now is ridiculous. I've seen like one person with that colorway. The wheat Air Max 1 was the Travis Scott exclusive, only sold on his website, so like I just haven't seen too many people with it. But jumping to what I do have with me today, I was able to get my hands on a pair of the Air Jordan 1 trainers, and I do have I believe it's the wheat colorway with me today. So I will be doing a review on that one. Now, I must say this is probably the cheapest Travis Scott shoe that you will ever be able to get your hands on, because it just, between, I don't know, like, my question to y'all, I guess, is, do you think the Travis hype is dying down, or do you think it's more of just the model of shoe? In my opinion, I don't think it's the Travis hype dying down. I just think it's an Air Trainer 1, so people aren't as interested in it compared to like a Jordan Travis Scott. And you can even look at the Air Maxes and what they're reselling for. I've been seeing prices between $400 to $500, maybe $600, depending on the size. So I think the hype is still there, but I think it's just the model of shoe. So I think, especially when we see the reverse mochas coming out later this year, the Jordan 1 low reverse mochas, I think we'll really start to see the hype pick back up for Travis Scott shoes. But like I mentioned, I do have with me today the Air Trainer 1 and Cactus Corp, the wheat colorway, which I will be doing a review over. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. So to start, this is the box. You do have a brown box all over. You do see the Cactus Corporation branding all over the box. And I must say, I believe this is the first shoe where you really don't see like Travis Scott's name plastered all over the shoe. We actually get all of the Cactus Corp branding with these. So reading the label reads Air Trainer 1 CJ, which I believe is Cactus Jack. And then the colorway is light chocolate rust pink. This is a size 8.5 in men's, and retail price on these was $160. Now they did do raffles on Travis Scott's website, which I hate that raffle, but that's a whole nother story in itself. And then of course they dropped on sneakers, and I told myself, I was like, now this is the time where I will finally be able to hit a Travis Scott for retail. And I took L's on every single Travis Scott that dropped on sneakers. So I don't know, that's the one shoe I just cannot hit for retail. So unfortunately, I did have to pay resale for this pair, but like I mentioned, they're not reselling for much, so I really didn't have to pay that much over retail, which I am grateful for, because I actually wanted to get these in hand and do a review for y'all. So going to the inside of the box, so you do have more of the Cactus Corporation branding on the paper. So as you see, it just wraps all the way down the paper. So it is that Cactus Corporation. And then you also have another piece of paper. You have that waxed white paper. So that is the 2 papers that do come with the shoe. So let's go ahead and jump to the shoe. And I must say, this shoe is very interesting. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I actually don't own any pair of Air Trainer 1. So to have this one was interesting to say the least. But this is the Cactus Corporation and Air Trainer 1. So I'll give you all that quick 360. Now, this is the shoe without the cover on it, and I will show y'all what I mean by without the cover in just a moment after we get through this one. Now, looking at the style of the shoe, it almost reminds me of like a very it's like a utility type shoe. I know it's geared towards kind of like hiking and more moving around, and compared to how we have with the Jordans. But this one's more, it gives me that utility vibe. Just the makeup of it, the materials that are on this shoe. But at the same time, I kind of do like it. Now, it was this colorway, and then I believe it's like the Gray Haze or something like that is the name of the other colorway, which I'm working to get that one too. But I'm not sure which one I like better. Like, these aren't bad at all, but I do want to see the other pair in person, just kind of get a comparison. But let me know which one y'all like. I will put a picture up so y'all can see what the other colorway looks like. But let me know which one y'all are feeling better. Is it this colorway or is it the other Air Trainer 1 colorway? But jumping into the review, so we'll start at the outsole. Now, I thought the outsole was very interesting. It's an all brown outsole, and then you do have that pink Nike, that rust pink Nike logo right at the bottom. Now, the other thing that you notice right there is a patent number, and hopefully the camera picks it up. But that patent number reads, it says US patent number 3793750. So that is the patent number. Now, I was very curious. I was like, well, what is that patent? So I did go look it up. I was kind of lost trying to figure it out, but I did eventually get to where I was trying to get to see, and I will put a screenshot up of what that patent is. But it was by Bowerman. If you don't know Bowerman, just a lot of history with Nike. But it has to do with the outsole, and I believe it's like how these have like elongated pieces on the bottom. Like it's not a flat outsole. I believe that is where the patent comes from, the elongated pieces that are on the bottom of the outsole. And now I'm not sure if it's more, it could be more for like grip or something like that. I'd have to go back and actually like fully read the patent. But that is what the patent number comes from. So you can look it up yourself if you're interested. It is a 6-page article, I believe, or a 6-page patent that you can read and see what all, and it's got designs in there and everything like that. Now, moving to the midsole, you do see more of that brown on the midsole, and that wraps all the way around the shoe. It wraps all the way around the midsole. And is that Archaeo brown or light chocolate, that colorway. Now moving to the upper, you do have an upper made up of various different materials. So you have like a mesh, you have some corduroy here. But that's why I say like these are all really durable materials. You know how corduroy is, it's a thicker material. So that's why I say I get that utility vibe with it. So give y'all that wrap around. But of course at the back of the shoe and just kind of wrapping to the, or not, but going towards the middle of the shoe, you do have that corduroy, and it is on the back of the shoe there. And then coming to the other side of the shoe as well. And then the tongue, you have like a mesh kind of, this is a mesh tongue. It's a thinner tongue. And you do see the Cactus Corporation branding on here in that rust pink. Now, these do also have straps on them, and on the strap it does read Cactus Corporation. Now, the strap is an interesting touch, and it does come up like that, but you can't remove the strap. It is on the shoe, so it's on there. So if you don't like straps on your shoes, this shoe may not be for you. But it's an interesting looking strap. It doesn't bother me at all. And then going to the toe box, you have the same material that's on the tongue on that toe box as well. I will say it's a very soft material, but at the same time a very sturdy material as well. Now, of course, with the Travis Scott, y'all know he's known for that reverse swoosh, and these do have the reverse swoosh on here. It is on the inside of the shoe and not on the outside of the shoe. So that's the inside of the shoe, and then this is what the outside of the shoe looks like. Now, moving to the back of the shoe, of course, when I did the 360 you probably noticed it, but there is more of the Cactus Corporation branding on the back of the shoe. So that is the back. Now, you also see this zipper pocket back here, and it does zip open. I will say I'm not sure what exactly could fit in this zipper pocket because there's not much space. Like, I can barely get my finger in here, and there's really not much space to really get anything in there. It may be like some cash or something, like coins, but there's not much that could really fit into this pocket on the back of the shoe. So maybe more of an aesthetic type of thing, just to kind of stick with that utility vibe. But that is what's on the back of the shoe. And then moving to the tongue, or back to the tongue, you do actually have a pocket on the tongue as well. I will tell y'all what that is meant for in just a second after we finish going through this review of this shoe. Now, you do have paper shoe tree with these. And then moving to the insole, if I could take the insole out. So on the insole is the only Oh, this one has Nike Air on it, so I'll show you the other insole. But this insole has Nike Air, and it is in that rust pink colorway. Alright, so overall, that is the entire shoe. So I'll give you that quick 360 of this one real quick, and then we'll jump over to the other shoe. Now, if you've seen the pictures of this shoe, you know that this shoe actually comes covered up and a shroud, and it is a waterproof shroud, but it basically covers the entire upper of the shoe. So this is what that looks like. So this is that shroud, and it just goes over the top of the shoe like that. It does have kind of like buttons that hold it together in place. So that is what that looks like. Of course, on the back of it, you do have instructions. Now, if you're wondering what these instructions are for, remember I mentioned that zipper pouch that's on the tongue. Well, it tells you how to fold up the shroud to be able to fit inside the zipper pocket on the shoe. So I'll go ahead and show y'all the zipper pocket. So that's the top of the tongue right there. And then I can go ahead and unzip it. And there is another pouch in the tongue. So for that shroud, you can fit it in there. That is where it's supposed to go when you don't want to wear it on top of the shoe. Now, I'd be very curious to see if people prefer to have it without the shroud, or if they prefer the shroud on the shoe. So of course, I do have the other shoe with the shroud on it. So this is what it looks like with the shroud on. And then of course, with it off. So which one of y'all feeling better? Do you like it on or off? Honestly, I think I prefer it off. I feel like it kind of gives it a weird look with this one. Like, I could wear it with the shroud on, but I think I would prefer just to wear it like this. But let me know how y'all feel in the comments about that. Now, these do come with an additional pair of laces, and it is like a darker lace than what is on the shoe. But I would probably just keep what is already in the shoe with these. I wouldn't switch out laces. Now, the other thing that I did want to show y'all with these is the insole on this shoe, which is different than the insole on the other shoe. So, like I mentioned, there really wasn't much Travis Scott name tied to this shoe. And really the only piece on here that has like the Cactus Jack logo on here is on the insole for the other shoe. And this one is the left shoe. Alright, so as you can see, it does have Cactus Jack on the insole of the shoe. Now, like I mentioned, this is the only piece that you'll see where it does say Cactus Jack. Everything else on the shoe is Cactus Corporation. So just something a little bit different outside of getting how we've gotten like the Cactus Jack or Travis Scott on the shoe. So just switching it up, which I do like that they did switch it up a little bit with these. It is, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, something totally different compared to the Jordans that we've gotten. So not bad at all. It's just, you know, like I mentioned, this is not a popular model shoe compared to the other things that he's dropped, like the 6s or the 1s or even the 270s. I think they're doing a little bit better than these, but these are basically almost going for retail. So if you're interested in a pair of these, you can find them for a pretty good price, especially if you want to wear them. Now, if you're reselling them, I would not recommend reselling, but from what I've heard, they do fit true to size. So, you know, if you're just looking for something for the toe, you wanted Travis Scott, you've been wanting a Travis Scott but have not been able to get one, this is not a bad option at all. Like I mentioned, prices are going for almost retail. So go ahead and make that purchase if you're interested. True to size if you want to do that. I've heard they're pretty comfortable. You do have the waterproof shroud, so if you're trying to go out and probably walk, I wouldn't soak them in water, but you know, you'd be fine with that cover on there if it does rain or something like that. But overall, that is the Air Trainer 1 Cactus Corporation. Let me know how y'all feel about these in the comments. Did you end up copying them? Did you pass? Was it hard copying them? Like I mentioned, the raffle on the Travis Scott page is a whole nother video in itself that I don't want to get re-frustrated over that raffle, but I really don't like that raffle method. And then, of course, I did take the L on sneakers, so no luck on sneakers. I did see a lot of people actually have success on sneakers, which was good to see. I unfortunately was not one of those people. So one of these days, I'm speaking into existence. I'm going to hit a Travis Scott for retail. I'm hoping it's the reverse mochas now, because that is the next Travis that is coming out in, I believe, July. So whenever we get there, we're going to hope and pray that I can hit that shoe. But like I mentioned, let me know how y'all feel about these. As always, I do appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Turn on the notification bell so you can stay today when I post new content. I do have an early review coming for y'all, but you just got to wait and see whenever it does drop. But as always, appreciate y'all for stopping in. Stay safe and stay blessed, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.